All right, hello. I did. I got this message, folks. And this message that I got, I think sometimes I just get involved with all kinds of. I have fun. I feel like life is about fun, and if you don't savor the good moments you have, it the moments that count, you get bitter over. And this is kind of the energy that has transparent over to me, has been transparent. This been feeling it for like months, but it's just so overcoming that somebody just doesn't want to be happy even though they won. And it's just, I guess they won at a cost is what I got in my download when I went to sleep. Because a lot of the downloads I get is when I go to bed and I sleep. So this energy, they won, they got everything they wanted. The person they wanted to walk away did. And they got literally everything they asked for. And they realized this doesn't have to be romantic. This, for a lot of people, this is a lot of different things. This is the energy that's going around with the Mercury retrograde. It really is. Like some is financial, some's financial romantic. It's a mix of everything. So keep in mind, I'm just picking up with Mercury being the retrograde. I cleanse myself. I I try to take. I use crystals. Like I've been using this black crystal here, and when I feel like a negative push, I keep it on me and it grounds me. So I know it's not my energy. That I do know, folks. It is not my energy. But Knocking on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan came to my head, and Queen Mary of Scotland. The beheading of Queen Mary in Scotland, to be specific. That is some intense energy right there. I do want to say it. It's some intense ass energy. So we're gonna get to it. I am a bit of a scholar. Always have been. Love scholar stuff. All right, we're gonna go. I don't know. I have a lot of computers. I do. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna tell you because I know some of the collective here is not astute with history. So I have this here. Yeah, right here. All right. Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed for plotting to assassinate her cousin, Queen Elizabeth the First. And this is the energy that I'm getting. Somebody, and I'm not saying no one was assassinated or anything, but it's the kind of energy that leads to this kind of thing. Maybe it was a public assassination I'm picking up. It literally could be a public assassination. So bear with me with this. Anyways, she was plotting to assassinate her cousin, Queen Elizabeth I, and for being perceived a threat to English throne. I actually liked her a lot, but she kind of turned diabolical in the end. People that get power hungry. It's a power hungry energy. That's what I'm picking up. And I like to use, instead of using, like a lot of readers will make an example themselves, I like to make an example with history. This is the kind of reader I am. Because I feel that we can learn from the past, it's dead, and it doesn't incriminate anybody. So we got Mary, Queen of Scots, spent nearly 19 years in English captivity after fleeing Scotland in 1568. Following her forced abduction in favor, her other son, James VI. A failed attempt to reclaim her throne. Initially, she sought Elizabeth I's support, but Elizabeth viewed Mary as a threat due to her legitimate claim to English crown and her Catholic faith, which made her a focal point for plots against the Protestant English queen. The immediate cause of Mary's execution was her involvement in the Babington Plot of 1586, a conspiracy to assassinate Elizabeth and place Mary on the English throne. Elizabeth's spy master, Sir Francis Walsingham, intercepted and deciphered Mary's letters, which impacted her in the plot. This evidence led to her arrest, trial, and conviction for treason. See, this shows you how bad activity really gets. Mary's execution on February 8th, 1587, at Fotheringhay Castle was historically significant as it was the first legal execution of an anointed European monarch. Despite her royal status, she was beheaded after being found guilty of plotting against Elizabeth, reflecting intense political and religious tensions of her time. Her execution was also a demonstration of Elizabeth's determination to secure her reign and eliminate a rival claimant to the English throne. In summary, Mary was executed because she was perceived as a threat to Elizabeth's first rule, both politically and religiously, and because she was directly implicated in a conspiracy to assassinate the English queen, making her guilty of treason under English law. This is the vibe. All right. I don't know, I kind of like the lighting, but then it gets me to the lyrics of Bob Dylan's song. Yes, I got many computers. Many computers collective. This is where I do half of my research. And I had to fix my computers yesterday. This is why I didn't go live. I had to literally it's restarting. Oh my god. Okay, well, the computer wants to restart. Okay, it's getting Windows ready. Alright, well, this computer already knew that I was looking for song lyrics, so we're gonna go on my phone. I got many things here. So we're gonna go look it up with Google over here. Oh, here, look, it's already connected. Alright. And this is Bob Dylan. Okay, this is Civil War. Okay, I don't want that. We want Knocking on Heaven's Door. But yeah, it's this energy is that diabolical where it's like family stuff going on. And if one person, they have it to where no one's really going to win. That's the thing. Alright. Okay, here we go. I'm looking, guys. I am looking. It's not giving me all the living. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Alright. Okay, we're going to do this. Okay, now this computer wants to be happy. It's whatever. Alright, we got Mama, take this badge from me. I can't use it no anymore. getting dark. Dark. It's getting dark. Too dark to see. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. And then it says here, Mama put my guns to the ground. I can't shoot them anymore. That cold and black cloud is coming down. Feels like I'm knocking on heaven's door. Says you better start sniffing your own rank. Subjadin Jack. Because it's just you against your tattered libido. The bank and the mortician. Feet forever, man. And it wouldn't be luck if you could get out of life alive. Okay. This is the vibe. This is the vibe. So you can see how far I'm using them and as example of this energy. Because this is what this energy emulates. It really, really does. And it's really, it's kind of awful. Oh, I mean, it really is awful. It's an awful energy of deceit. And it's like people got what they wanted, but they're unhappy with what they received, I guess, is very brought toward me by my ancestors right now. It's what they received. Yeah, they got what they wanted, but they didn't get what they wanted the way they wanted it. So, kind of like Queen Mary Scotland, she wanted what she wanted, and Queen Elizabeth won, but she didn't win the way she wanted. Everybody kind of got a whole cup of misery as they received what they wanted. So, I guess it proved that money is the root of all evil and power is also. Alright, so let's get on with the get on. Alright, Spirit, tell us about this energy. Let's open this up. Bondage. Oh my god, bondage. Addiction. This is the devil, obviously. These are my hybrid cards because I'm an oracle reader. Addiction, codependency, or avoidance patterns may be surfacing. Face them honestly. Alright. This person's in bondage. He's codependent to something because he just. I feel it's a masculine energy. If you're a female embodying this masculine energy, you got your heart chakras off. If somebody with their heart chakras off, they don't ever feel happy. They know they got what they wanted. They absolutely know they got what they wanted, and they know they won, but they didn't want to win at this cost. That's what just keeps coming through my head. Poverty. I can't make this up. And this is Five of Pentacles, and it's also, you may be experiencing financial hardship or isolation, but help is closer than it seems. Okay. Well, they're in bondage and they're in poverty. Maybe this is why they felt like it was going to be different. They weren't going to be in poverty, which leads them to solitude. Can't make this up. This is the Hermit. Seek inner guidance through introspection and solitude. A season of spiritual growth is ahead. They're being told to look inward. I'm going to do more of a larger spread with this. I really want to get a collective energy on a lot of this because there's a lot in this Mercury retrograde. There's just a lot of stuff going on, and these are the energies. Someone's in poverty, someone's in bondage, someone's in solitude. That's what I'm getting. This is the vibe. That's the tea today. I'm grounding myself with crystals and Mercury retrograde. That's all I know. All right, then we have Niatate. And this is the Page of Cups. Alright, and this, I think it naive or naive. Escaping into fantasy may be tempting, but it's time to ground your emotions. Alright. In reverse, this is escapism, creative blocks. So again, creative blocks. Over here, some of you guys in solitude, I should have read that. Upright, this is meditation. The solitude, you guys, some of you in solitude, and this is meditation, illumination, and retreat. This is the energy you guys are just in. And then poverty, upright, is alienation, adversity, and disgrace. Some people are in disgrace or this kind of stuff. And then with this bondage being upright, addiction, seduction, and they're just in their shadow. Some of you guys just, there's people out there that are just like, wow. You know? Let's see here. And then we got some people here that are moving on. And this is the Six of Cups in reverse. And it's, you may be clinging to the past. It's time to let go and return to the present. And then this also means when it's reversed is bad memories and outgrowing. Somebody outgrew somebody and they're holding on to the past. That's the vibe. That's the tea. Let's see what others going on in collective energy. Yeah, so I'm picking up. With this Mercury retrograde, it's pretty bad, but I gotta bring up the beheading of Queen Mary of Scots. Then we got defeat. Alright, and this is Ten of Swords. Oh god. Somebody's on Ten of Swords. There's some of you in the Ten of Swords energy. A painful ending to relationship or situation feels devastating, but there's hope for renewal and upright. And this means dead end, collapse, or downfall. So some of you have had some downfalls. Immense downfalls. There's the collective tea and the energy. Alright, I'm going to put these in here and fix this together and talk about some of these energies. Some of these stories. I picked up so many at one time. With this Mercury retrograde, it's been crazy. Pretty much from what I'm gathering from my spirit team, they're telling me right now, which is my ancestors, everyone that has been tuned into my channel or anything, I am a medium. I speak to dead people. And the dead tells me that the living have been playing both sides and they have been checkmated. That is what the vibe is. The living people that, there's some people and some people's energy that is playing both sides of the coin. And the ones, whatever was in the dark is being illuminated to the light, whatever that is. And whatever they have to do to illuminate it to the light, that is what the divine is doing. And if they got to redirect money to people because money was just falsely taken, it will happen in different circumstance. That's the tea. That's the vibe I was given. So, alright. Okay, this is just straight up tarot. That was my reverse to get the vibe. I have so many cards, folks. So many cards. So, it's ridiculous. Let's go under this bondage energy. If any of you guys are vibing with this bondage energy, if you're feeling like you have addictions or having codependency or avoidance patterns and maybe resurfacing, You gotta face them honestly, obviously, but you're facing addiction, seduction, and your shadow has taken over your entire existence, from what I'm being told. And there's all different situations going on because these cards are my oracle cards. So they kind of just pick up the energy and let me know what energy's out there. So under this bondage energy, let's go on with that. I'm putting it over here. I'm just putting it to the side. And I'm going to do a lot of separate readings, I guess, today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that. 6 readings for the day. That was the different energies I picked up. And then in my download, sometimes I go to other worlds when I sleep. I'm always running to other worlds. That's how it always goes. I'm otherworldly. Okay, tell us about this bondage energy. What's going on? What's involved in these bondage and energies, Divine? Please tell us what's important for the collective to hear. And I'm putting it in my holy bowl here. I'm trying to organize myself here. Okay, we got 6 of Swords. Alright, 6 of Swords is the card of transition, healing, and progress that signifies moving away from difficulties towards a more stable and peaceful future. And this signifies progress, moving on, moving forward, calm after the storm, overcoming hardship, and relief. So some of you guys are moving on. Moving on, moving on. I'm proud of you if you are. I've had to move on from many toxic things going on in my life. I barely talk to people anymore, honestly, collective. It's sometimes you gotta cut off a lot of people at the same time. You know, it's terrible to say, but it's true. Alright, and then we got here. I don't know why this thing came out. We'll just rotate it. Strength in reverse. Some of you are feeling there's inner strength, self-doubt, low energy, raw emotion, surrender, letting go, and seeking help. That's where you're at with this bondage energy. It's just the collective under bondage. There's 6 different readings here, and it's gonna probably be 2-hour video. So you could identify with a couple of them. I don't know. I mean, this is what Divine Council is giving me. So, but I read to you about Mary of Scotland. Alright, then we got Justice in reverse. Okay. Unfairness, dishonesty, lack of accountability, bias, legal indecision, complications, and imbalance. You might be feeling this with, and some people might be in a legal situation also. There's unfairness and dishonesty. Sometimes we gotta accept what happens, and sometimes I guess I'm being told the bad guys win at a cost. You know what I mean? Just like Queen Mary of Scotland, she did all that stuff and got beheaded in the end. Sometimes the best revenge is just living well, I'm being told. Alright, and then we got Ace of Wands in reverse for some of you guys also. Emerging idea, lack of direction, delays, unmanifested, and then clarify, procrastination, and creative blocks. This I'm picking up. It's the energy and the T. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this here, and then I'm gonna get this other deck. Okay. All right, I'm gonna put these here because these 2 decks I'm gonna use to clarify things. But what am I going to use to clarify this situation? I haven't used these cards in such a long time. Where are they at? Okay, this is what the person would say. Okay. This is how their inner. I like to call the inner voice cards. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright, we're gonna go with the toxic deck because we're dealing with the devil energy. So this is I am going to go with. Alright. Alright, Divine Council, tell us what my collective needs to hear about this bondage. Help me see what I need to see so I can help somebody today. I know I'm a small channel, but if you do like my reading style, let me know, like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Alright. Alright, under this Six of Swords energy, which is progress, moving on, moving forward, calm after the storm, and overcoming hardship and relief, we got emotionally unavailable. This is what caused this. Open your heart and communicate your need for emotional connection. Emotional availability fosters intimacy. As you're walking that path out, don't be emotionally unavailable to everybody, but there was somebody that did walk out on you and caused you a lot of heartbreak. That's the vibe. And they were playing mind games with you, collective. Demand honesty and refuse to engage in manipulative behavior. Seek clarity and truth. So, if they're playing mind games and they keep playing mind games with you, say, I just want truth. I'm moving on. I got my boat. I'm finding calmer waters. What the F is this about? I'm done. That's all you gotta do. Just say I'm done. You got what you wanted. If that was a person, money, or a situationship, whatever the hell it was. You got what you wanted. And that's for some people, I'm being told to say. Others not. Alright, then we got isolation from family and friends. Alright, and this reconnect with loved ones and seek their support. Your social network is your strength. You're in isolation, but some of you guys out there, you connect with others well. You do. You just connect with all these really good energies, and you're selling yourself short. You're in isolation, yeah. You are, but sometimes that's when you find your true self and you find your strength and endurance. It is. And defeat always isn't defeat, okay? And then we got invalidating feelings on this. Some of you guys had invalidated feelings. Acknowledge it, acknowledge and validate your own feelings. You deserve to be heard and understood. Tell them how you feel. If they keep bothering you, just tell them how you feel and be like, I'm moving on. This is how I feel. Please leave me alone. It's that energy. Please leave me alone energy. That's the vibe I have it. And then withholding affection. Encourage open expression of love and affection. Emotional connection is essential. They're withholding affection to you. And some of you guys that can vibe with that under bondage. This is your story for the people that are under that. Let me bring this card up. Everyone under the Six of Swords. This is kind of what happened to you. This is your story. Under the Six of Swords with this bondage. They withheld affection to you. Let's see how they did this. Let's just go with the vibe, the tea of the day. Infidelity. Oh, God. They were. They had some infidelity going on. It says focus on healing and self care. Trust can be built with time, honesty, and effort from both partners. Some of you guys are with the person that did all this, and they're not out of the house, as I would say. And this is everyone that's under Six of Swords, which is progress, moving on, moving forward. That's sitting in this double bondage energy that your person or whatever got put onto you. So that's the tea that I'm getting today. Please tell us more, divine counsel, of what's going on in this energy. All right, and then we got ignoring emotional needs. All right. Prioritize your emotional well being and communicate your needs clearly. All right. Just, say, this is what I need. If you cannot give them to me, you did this. This is not my fault. And you got to tell them that. And if you have to, talk, like my son said, you don't need a psychiatrist if you have good friends. My son, Zach, told me that the other day. And he said he got through a bad situation because of his friends and talking to his friends. If you got good friends, seek counsel on good friends. If you don't have good friends, seek counsel in the medical field. We can be very, I am in the medical field. I love medical. This is like my vacation away from work. I'm thinking about taking classes in phlebotomy because I don't think I could ever not go to work and do medical. I don't ever see myself not being a medical professional. This is how much I love the field. I love it. It's my number one love, but I love you guys also. It's a passion for me to take care of people. I mean, and someone could take all my money from me. I could have nothing left in my life. But that there, my my passion for medical keeps me alive. I enjoy going to work. All right, we got constant negativity. Jeez, look at how she's looking up. She's like, oh my God. Surround yourself with positivity and seek relationships that uplift and inspire you. If you don't feel right in something, your body's telling you it isn't right, leave a situation. You only got one life to live before you're born again and forget about it all. Seek something else that makes you more fulfilled. Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a career you really like to do, not one that you do just for money. I'm being guided to say by the divine. I went to the dollar store and got me this cute cup. It was $8. I like the cheetah print though. I have an unnatural obsession with cups. I see them, and then when I get too many and I buy too many, I won't buy anymore. I only go to the store once I pay all my bills and get paid, and then if I get an accumulation of stuff that I know I'm not going to use, I give them to the residents. I donate them, so I make a point to donate them. All right, and then we have shaming. Oh my God, someone was being shamed in this Six of Swords energy. Reject shame and embrace your true self. You are worthy of love and respect. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. If someone's shaming you, sometimes you got to trust yourself. And this is medically speaking and spiritually. Because I am a spiritual healer as much as I am a physical healer. I go to work every day. I take care of people in just bad situations. Yes, I clean their poop and stuff because I am a STNA. I just don't. Nursing has just when There's a lot of accountability, and people throw people under the bus. So I don't want to be a nurse, but feel I enjoy this, and I enjoy the medical field. So I feel I would be good, like in phlebotomy or something. So, and I'm getting a little extra money. Obviously, tax time came, so I'm gonna spend that for my schooling because I got away to school and back now. So I'm gonna go ahead and it's like $900 to be a phlebotomist, and I'm already a medical assistant, so I'm thinking about doing that. I feel that would make me feel better, and it would be a nice low paced job that pays decent money. So that's where I'm at in my life. So if you're being shamed, do that. Blaming you for their problems. I can't even make this up. Collective. Oh my god, who is blaming you for your problems? Is this asshole that cheated on you in this Six of Swords? Hold them accountable and refuse to take on blame that isn't yours. There you go. Stand in your own power, pretty much, is what the cards are saying. They're shaming you, they're doing all this stuff. And it's awful what they're doing to you. Awful. My nose is running, and I don't know, and it did not run until I started doing this. So I read, of course I read, but I listen to a lot of tarot card people, and they say that sometimes when spirit goes through you, that your nose runs. So sometimes my eyes water. I feel like I'm on sadness, but something that's got them at a body level also, to where they're feeling ill all the time, probably out of guilt. So if you that was your reading, if you're under this bondage energy and you're in the Six of Swords. All right, that was the first reading. Now the second one. Okay, I may have to pull two other cards for the other. Okay, that's okay. All right, we got poverty now. Someone's in poverty. With us, alienation, adversity, and disgrace, and we got strength in reverse. We're gonna grab these two, and I'll have to grab two more for the other. So that's why I said this is gonna be. I like to do things organized. So if you're in this poverty, you may be experiencing financial friendship or isolation. But help is closer than it seems. And then in upright, it's alienation, adversary, and disgrace. And then you got the strength in reverse just for the straight up tarot. And this is inner strength, self doubt, low energy, raw emotions, surrender, letting go, and seeking help. This is what you're doing. You got poverty. You're trying to find people. Hey, come help me. Well, look what this SOB is doing to me. This is the T. This is the energy that's around you. All right, I'm gonna put these here because these are more readings. All right, so let's do here under this poverty and the strength in reverse. We got what? What do we got? What do we got? All right. All right, we got here again blaming you for their problems. Someone's blaming you for all their problems. So if you're resignating in this, someone's blaming you for all their problems. That's all there is to that. What else they doing? And then they got fear of rejection. Like popped out toys blaming fear. See how she's sad? She's sitting at with her wedding dress and shit. Understand that rejection is a part of life and not a reflection of your worth. Embrace your resilience. Someone's sad because they got rejected for marriage or some shit like that. And that's why they're staying in, because they're fear of being rejected by someone. I don't know. Then we got refusing to compromise. Oh my, I can't even make this up. Refusing to compromise. Encourage a mutual compromise and understanding. Flexibility strengthens relationships. All right, someone's just refusing to compromise. All right. This is kind of a complicated reading, not like the one that was straightforward with bondage. So we're going to do this in 3 rows. I can tell this energy needs a lot more clarification in the world. I feel a lot of depression, and I feel the person, whoever you are, that is in this poverty, you may be developing an eating disorder. There's a lack of not wanting food and chest pains due to stress. And I will tell you, sitting in this energy, I'm grounded. I got my crystal, but I don't feel any of this. Except a little bit of a nose that wants to run while I'm doing this reading. But you can get a heart attack over extended periods. Whatever is making you and triggering this heart palpitations you're having from stress, however you feel, you have to release it, face it, move on. And I feel that whatever situation you got in, you got yourself in it. You absolutely got yourself in this thing and this dynamic, and it's been like this for so long, from what I'm getting. This dynamic literally has been in here for so long that it's become its own timeline. That's what I'm being told by the divine. If you've been into something for over 3 months, it becomes its own timeline. And whatever you left behind starts, if they like it or not, they have to start a new timeline. So whoever you left behind had a choice, they had to start a new timeline because you started your own. You said you didn't want to be there, so you removed yourself from that timeline, which technically in quantum physics, you started your own destiny. And you, I guess, I'm being guided to say this, it gives that death energy. Like you asked for death of a relationship of some sort. And I'm figuring this is romantic. And when you did this, the divine said, okay, if that's the person you really want, we will start the other person on a new timeline. And the thing is jumping timelines, I've been told to tell you, is very hard to do. And it complicates wormholes and things like that. So they want me to tell you that it's something you chose. You chose this, and timelines were accommodated themselves for you in essence. So if you look at it from a logical standpoint, even if you want to go back to your other person, you changed two timelines. So you to create a third one is like a paradigm. So Father Time kind of was your worst enemy here, is what the divine's saying. And you should not rush into things because it became the death of your original timeline, because that timeline has already changed and it's being reformatted. No matter what that person, what was taken away from the past, I'm told, will be brought to them in different ways if they lost it, because out of, oh my god, I'm trying to think of the word, the divine speaking so fast. If it was taken out of dark intentions and the money's gone, and it would put the person into a compromising position, and hold them back to the past, it will be refunded in another way. And every dollar that was taken from this transaction will be will give every dollar will give you misery. I guess what we're saying. Like if you got a new car, that new car will break down. That new car will give you misery. That new car will be the one thing that causes your karma. I guess in a sense. Even though it didn't, it got taken away from one person, you thought it was the best thing. That thing that you got with the money, you will get it, but you will get it with karma, and it's going to be with bad karma, what I'm being told. So, in this relationship, when you left whoever, and your new person does not want to leave because of fear of rejection, which they're feeling that you don't love them, and they know that they were a replacement for the person in your past. The thing is, the divine cannot and will not tinker with timelines. They won't. I'm being told souls have to be born, souls have to be distributed, and you're interfering with soul distribution. That's it. That's the vibe. That's the tea. I don't know. That's a specific message to someone, not all of you. All right, there goes my nose trying to run again. Then we got lack of communication here, and this is under blaming you for their problems. Open up about your feelings and encourage your partner to do the same. Honest communication is the key. You know what? If you feel like you're the victim, that this person changed timelines and was dishonest with, ask them. Because your instincts and your intuition probably is right. So, then we got criticizing appearance. Someone out there is criticizing you, your appearance and everything. And this says embrace your own beauty and seek validation within yourself. Yours perfect just as you are. And it's just under fear of rejection. You might not look like their past person or remind them of their past person, but the divine wants to let me wants to relay the message to you, whoever this is specific, who if you resonate with this, that you were caught in a spider web. Yes, you wanted that person. You chased that person because you thought that person was available, in a sense, and they were on their way out of something. But I'm being told that this person does not love you. It's in a masculine energy. It could be a female, just on a crazy power trip. That person in a body and masculine energy does not love you, I'm being told. And they are every day comparing you to that other person every day, and they truly do not love you, and they're only staying with you because they feel they have to out of obligation and because of money. And it's up to your own intuition to get yourself out of it, or you become food for them. They will just suck you dry. That's what I'm being told by the divine. And there is nothing they can do because they jumped timelines twice. All right, then we got this refusing to compromise, encouraging mutual compromise and understanding. Flexibility strengthens relationships. Got taken advantage. I just had that whole conversation about that, and we got taken advantage. Recognize your worth and demand equal effort and respect in the relationship. You're being taken advantage of. You're being taken totally advantage of. The divines want me to tell you, and there's no way they can alter your timeline. There's no way. There was energy transfers being done with, there was where you were asking for things from a different source. You were asking for results and help from different spiritual deities. And you created your own synchrony in another timeline. And you guys are caught in a loop in another timeline. So the only thing you could do is break the loop and leave and do inner work. That's your only option. Or the divine says, enjoy the back and forth and all around and being taken advantage of. That's what I'm being told. Don't be mad at me. This is what I'm being told. Under this blaming you for their problems, you got constant drama. Sweet, seek stability and peace. Drama is not a measure of love. There's a lot of drama in this relationship that jump 2 timelines. I'm being told, in fact. 2. Not just 1, 2. So you got constant drama going on because this was a timeline that wasn't supposed to exist. So whatever you guys created, you pulled towards you, and everything else got recalibrated around it, and they just left that timeline where it was. It's going to die off on its own. So whatever you think you got going on is going to die off on its own. The energy is not being supported anymore. So whatever you two decide, you two are the ones that caused it. One of you got to leave the loop. One of you have to. Or stay in it till you die, and then that's when the timeline dies with you. Either on the event of one of your deaths or someone leaving, that's when that timeline is done out of existence. All right, under this criticizing appearance and fear of rejection, we got emotional withholding. And this is encourage emotional openness and express your own feelings. Vulnerability fosters connection. Someone's playing emotional welfare is holding emotional. It's just withholding emotions. They just don't care. They're just there for their sex. They're there for money. And they don't give a damn about what you have or your problems. If you're pregnant, some of you are pregnant and going through this. That person doesn't care about you. If you're pregnant, that person only cares that you're pregnant. And once that baby's born, they are going to be going to the bar and celebrating. And the minute they can get you out of the situation, they are going to, if they're not already cheating, I feel they are. I feel they already got a side piece, but they are going to get a full on relationship and they are going to tell you goodbye. That's it. All right. And then out of this taking advantage, they're taking advantage of you, we got ignoring boundaries. Clearly communicate your boundaries and enforce them with consistency and confidence. They're ignoring all your boundaries. They don't care. They don't. And they're in poverty. Their strengths in reverse. They're using you and they're seeing how unhealed you are because you're just in this low vibrational energy, and they're taking advantage of it. And they already know they jumped 2 timelines, but they're going to try to fix it somehow, some way, and they're not going to be able to. All right, under this blaming you for their problems, you got withholding support, and this under this constant drama and stuff. And this is seek relationship or support is freely given and reciprocated. That is what you need to do with this withholding support. They're taking away support from you. They don't care. They wish they never seen you. They wish they never slept with you. In some cases, they wish they never met you. They wish you never existed. This is the vibe I'm getting. We're in the Mercury retrograde. Everything's coming to light. With this emotional withholding, we got threatening behavior. Protect yourself by seeking help and removing yourself from threatening situations. Safety is paramount. They think about taking you out. This person really thinks about hurting you and really wishes it was not against the law to make you unalive. So you need to leave the situation. The person does not like you. Then we got ignoring boundaries. We got financial control. Gain financial independence and assert your right to make your own financial decisions. You gotta get on your own 2 feet. You have to. And after a breakup, it takes a couple months. I mean, it took me like, I prepared because I already kind of knew intuitively I was being cheated on. And I paid attention and I saved money. But if you didn't, it's gonna take you a couple months to get on your feet, start putting money aside, and then tell them bye. That's what you do. Save your money and say bye, Felicia. But that's what I got for this person in poverty. It's strikes in reverse. So I'm gonna put these back in the pile. These are good cards for clarifying situations here. And this is just about toxic relationships for Mercury retrograde. I haven't used these cards in a while, but they seem to do the job. All right, we got isolate. We got this solitude, people in solitude. And this is seek inner guidance through introspection and solitude. A season of spiritual growth is ahead. And upright, this means meditation, and illumination. You're getting retreat. You're getting illuminated of everything that's around you. Everything. And you got justice in reverse for the tarot. Unfairness, dishonesty, lack of accountability, bias, legal indecision, complications, and imbalance. This is why you're in solitude. All right. All right, Holy Spirit, Divine Council, tell us about the people in solitude. It's a sad place to be, solitude. I mean, to me, it was the best thing because I'm a hermit at heart. I loved the solitude and thing. I would much rather not be a part of a community, and I would much rather not go to a party. I'm fine just here. I feel like I got out and did something, make this video and connecting with you guys. I feel like I did something great in the world, but that's just me. Oh, gaslighting. Somebody was being gaslit up over here. Whew. Oh boy. Tell us more, Holy Spirit. Blame shifting. This is Mercury thing. Okay, I'm gonna. There's always a positive things on these cards. Like I said, I'm an oracle reader. Trust your instincts and seek validation from trusted friends or a therapist. Okay, there we go. The card's even telling you to go see a therapist. Then we got this blame shifting. Hold your ground and refuse to accept blame for things you didn't do. Seek clarity and fairness. That's what the universe is telling you to do. These cards are kind of, even though they deal with toxic dilemmas, these cards give positive feedback if you're in them instead of saying, oh, they're blame shifting. What do I do? And then we got overbearing behavior. Oh my God, they're doing a lot. They did a lot to you with this reverse justice. And encourage balance and personal space. Healthy relationships allow for individuality. All right, you got to encourage balance and personal space. Tell them, get out of your personal space. I'm healing. You definitely got to heal from this. If you don't, you're going to be in an endless cycle of despair. That's what they're telling me. Despair. They're telling me my ancestor said that despair is going to go round and round. until you break free from despair. All right, under gaslighting, we have control issues. Oh, wow. And this says take back your power by setting healthy boundaries and asserting your independence. Yeah, just say, yeah, you gaslit me, but I'm independent now. I'm asserting my boundaries. We good. You don't get me down. That's the vibe I'm getting. And then under this blame shifting, you got pressure to change. Embrace your authentic self. Change should not come from within, not from external place. I keep saying you guys need to do your inner work. You guys are kind of just you're working off of your external environment. Your external environment, if it's hostile, is always going to try to make you feel like crap because they feel like crap. So they're going to reflect all of that horrible behavior they're doing on you. I didn't do it. What do you mean I didn't do it? Collective did all that. I don't. They're crazy. That's the energy. They're going to try to make you out of doing this. And this overbearing behavior encourages you balance in personal space. You got verbal abuse. So they're yelling and doing all kinds of shit to you. Protect yourself by seeking support and setting firm boundaries against abusive behavior. You know, they're gaslighting you. They could be calling you nasty. They're probably calling you nasty names. Maybe they're talking about you behind your back. And then say, I didn't say that, baby. I love you. Oh, do you? Who's it? Oh my God, stop talking to that person. What do you mean? I thought we were together. I don't know why I said this, but this is what came out of me. When I'm channeling these messages, this happens. All right, then we have under control issues. We have ignoring your goals. Pursue your dreams with confidence. Your goals are valid and deserving of support. You're ignoring your personal goals. Why are you letting this person control your happiness? I mean, they would be more. This would make this person that's gaslighting you. This makes them happy that you're ignoring your goals. This is what they want. They want you to be unhappy because they're unhappy. And under this pressure to change, you got isolation from family and friends. Reconnect with loved ones and seek their support. Your social net worth is your strength. You know, if you have some people that you haven't been disconnected from, go and talk to them. Maybe you won't get the person that you left now that you have all these timelines that got removed, that got reshuffled, but at least you can get your self dignity back through all this. I guess is what the point of all this is. Then under this verbal abuse, we got lack of communication. Open up about your feelings and encourage your partner to do the same. Honest communication is key. Let them know. I really don't love you. Tell them that. I don't love what you're doing to me. Just say it. I mean, the truth is always there. You could hide from the truth, but the truth is always there. There's no real hiding from it. It's a universal force. Truth is like a universal wind that blows through. So, and then under ignoring the goals and control issues and gaslighting, we got refusing to apologize. Of course, because they didn't say they did anything wrong. Model accountability and seek resolution through sincere apologies and forgiveness. Or just forgive yourself and just say the hell with the apology. That's you could do that too. Once you forgive yourself and you realize how much of a monster someone is, which I had to do recently, because he was a true monster, I don't care about the apology. If you really don't care about the apology and you move on, it's the best medicine. Being happy. Isolation from friends and family. We got emotional manipulation, of course. They were manipulating you to isolate you from your friends and family. Recognize the manipulation and reclaim your emotional freedom by setting clear boundaries. You're going to have to do this self healing and do these boundaries. And you're going to have to realize where if you did something wrong. And under this lack of communication or verbal abuse, we have excessive control. Set boundaries and assert your dependence. Healthy relationships are built on mutual respect. All right. This is the reading for this. And I will say, if this is you and you are going with this, you're probably in a pickle where they have messed with your money since you're in isolation, because this is what people that gaslight people do, because they have a hidden agenda. So if this is you, start putting money aside. Whatever you can do to get ahead, do, because it might take you some time, but it's worth the effort, I'm being told. All right. And then naive or naïve. And this is escaping. Under this is a new reading here. I mean, there's many readings in this. Escaping into fantasy may be tempting, but it's time to ground your emotions. And this is the Page of Cups in reverse, which means escapism and creative block. All right, this is where you're at. You got a creative block, and you just want to escape from it all. Then you got the Ace of Wands in reverse. And this is emerging ideas, lack of direction, emerging idea, lack of direction, delays, unmanifested, clarity, procrastination, and creative block. You got it twice about creative. So this speaks to me about somebody that possibly wants to do something creative, and whoever they're with, they're like, hail to the no. I'm putting 2 more cards out for the next 2 readings. They're stopping you from doing your creative endeavors, is what they're doing. So let's see what's going on here with these people with the creative blocks. I mean, you got to do what makes you happy, and if you like social media, like I like social media, be by yourself and work on things, but work on getting independent. All right, we got constant arguments. Oh my God. You're dealing with a lot here. Promote peaceful conflict, resolution, and seek harmony in your relationship. You can't really go, if someone's constantly arguing with you because they don't want you to leave, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, eventually it comes, you either deal with it so long that you're in the psych ward or you get rid of it. And you got lack of support in this energy. And this is surround yourself with people who support and uplift you. Seek encouragement outside the relationship if necessary. There you are. You're sitting there and all these people are around you. All right, let's see what else we got. Jesus. This person's a gem. And then we got threatening to leave. Okay, well, someone's threatening to leave in this one. Stand firm in your value and refuse to accept manipulative threats. Stability comes from mutual respect. Someone's not respecting you. They're threatening to leave. They're doing the most because they lost and they want your love. And the one thing people cannot control, they could take away everything. They cannot take away your heart. They cannot take away your talent, and they cannot have your talent also. That was a side note for somebody. I don't know, someone that needed to hear it. All right, now we got under constant, here got lack of trust under this constant arguments. That doesn't surprise me. Trust is earned through honesty and consistency. Take small steps to rebuild trust in your relationship. If you want to try to make it work, just say we got to build trust. However you feel it, if you can build trust at this point. The this energy is heavy. Heavy. Heavy Libra. And then there's gaslighting under lack of support. Trust your instincts and seek validation from trusted friends or a therapist. Okay, someone's gaslighting your ass. Alright, now we have controlling decision making. Someone's just controlling your life. They're threatening to leave and controlling your decision making because you're threatening to leave. Assert your right to make your own decision and seek partners who respect your autonomy. You know, maybe however you have to get out of the situation. I mean, I'm not in one of these, so I can't give you advice about that, but get advice. Be like, this person's toxic. I can't take it. What can I do to get away from this person? I can't do it. And start making positive strides, I was told to say. And then we have, out of lack of trust, you got public humiliation. Assert your boundaries and demand respectful treatment, both in private and public. Don't let people talk down on you, behind your back or in front of your back. I mean, what is it their business? Don't leave you alone. And under this, I can't even make this up. Under this gaslighting, we got narcissistic behavior. I knew that was going to pop up. Recognize narcissistic traits and protect yourself by setting firm boundaries. Well, this is where all the control comes. You're dealing with a narcissist, my friend. I'm sorry. And then we have excessive dependency under this mind, just controlling decision making. And you got the crows. There's four. I don't know. There's four heads. Or are they four people in your group? I don't know. Foster independence by pursuing your passions and interests outside the relationship. That's your advice for all this excessive dependency. I like these because they actually give a positive message with all this negative stuff. All right, ignoring red flags is under public humiliation. Okay. Trust your instincts and address red flags early. Your intuition is your guide. I mean, you already ignored them. You're already going through this, but in the future, when you end this timeline, ignore red flags for the future. This is what the cards is telling me to tell you during Mercury retrograde. All right, and then we got under narcissistic behavior. I can barely speak today. We got isolation from friends and family. Alright, that was the other one too. Reconnect with loved ones and seek their support. Your social network is your strength. Maybe call your mom. Some of you, I was compelled to say, or your sister. Call a family member. And then we got criticizing appearance under this controlling and excessively being dependent. Maybe this narcissist is going around saying, oh my God, you look so terrible. Why can't you do this? Why can't you get your hair cut? I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said get your hair cut. There's a specific message, but why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You look so terrible. Oh my God. This is what's going through my head with this card. I got to embrace your own beauty and seek validation within yourself. You are perfect just as you are. God doesn't care about looks. He doesn't. I think of him as a he. God is not a he. God is the ultimate positive energy. But I identify with him as a man. Probably because I'm a woman and I love God. So I think of him as a man. I don't know. To me, in my mind, he's a man, but he could be a woman. But he's really. neither. Okay, under this, ignoring red flags, we got over dependency on one partner. Oh, yeah, you're being over dependent. Encourage independence and personal growth within the relationship. Balance is the key. You gotta not be so dependent on this other person, and they won't have so much power over you in this dynamic. And then out of this narcissistic, and isolation energy, we got unresolved anger. And then under here, encourage healthy expression of emotions and seek professional help if needed. Addressing anger can lead to healing. Somebody's very angry at you. Angry, my friend. Oh my God, they're so angry, it's insane. This is, wow. Yeah. You may definitely have to see a counselor on this one. Maybe they need to go see a counselor, but you need to see a counselor just living with them. I don't know why, I feel you live with them. Or you live with it, or you live with their anger, one of the two, or both. Then you got under criticizing appearance, you got ignoring emotional needs. Prioritize your emotional well being and communicate your needs clearly. So, that's what I got for you on this one. I hope it helped. If you are in this dynamic and you are being gaslit, the terror never lies. This is the truth. So you got to handle it. Everyone will handle it differently, but you need to leave this loop or change the loop. I don't know. And therapy came up twice. Literally, therapy came up twice. So your relationship cannot be that great. All right, now we got two other energies in the collective. The collective T. All right, we got Six of Cups in reverse. Moving on. You may be clinging to the past. It's time to let go and return to the present. And then reverse just means bad memories, outgrowing. And then we also got Five of Pentacles in reverse. Compensation, clearing debt, hope, assistance, support, acceptance, change, improvement, and good luck. And that's what you're being compelled to do. I don't know why you'd want to stay in that dynamic. I would be taking that offer that the universe is giving you, but that's on you. All right, let's see what comes up on this one. Infidelity. Okay, you were cheated on. Focus on healing and self-care. Trust can be built with time, honesty, and effort from both partners. All right. That's whoever's in this energy. Not everyone's in the same energy. We all are all different people. That's why I'm doing different readings on this, to show everybody's individuality of everybody in here. You might resonate with one of these. I don't know. If you don't, I don't know. If you're doing good under Mercury retrograde, you get the gold star. All right, then we have criticizing appearance. Embrace your own beauty and seek validation within yourself. You are perfect just as you are. There's more people criticizing appearance. I guess that's why they had to make themselves feel better. That's why they went and cheated on you. And they said you were ugly. Control issues. Someone had control issues with you. Or has controlled issues with you. I don't know. It could be present, past, or future here. Take back your power by setting healthy boundaries and asserting your independence. The divine wants you to assert your independence. It's your life path. And then we got pressure to change under this infidelity. Embrace your authentic self. Change should come from within, not from external pressure. Change what's in yourself. Don't worry about the outside situation. that is going to just do what it does. What's inside is all that matters because you're the one that has to live with all the physical changes of stress and stuff, is what I'm being told. Under this criticizing appearance, we got lack of communication. Open up about your feelings and encourage your partner to do the same. Honest communication is the key. Be like, if you don't find me attractive, you obviously like this person over here. So go over there, and I'm going to stay here, and I'm going to live my life, and you stay over there. And usually it's a better way, and just say, we got to close out. Maybe this is just for some guys, some of you guys, I've been told that are living with people. We got to close out with a couple bills. Once we close out with these bills, and you're with this other person, be with this other person because I don't want to be with you. And let's just get this done and move on. And then you just move on. And you do not look back and don't backtrack. That's what I'm being told to tell you. Under these control issues, we got mind games. Playing mind games. Demand honesty and refuse to engage in manipulative behavior. Seek clarity and truth. When they're doing all this control issues and all this cheating on you and stuff, ask for honesty. Be like, well, honestly, what's going on? If you'd rather have sex with the other person, please do so. And just be like, I don't want to get any diseases. This is what the path you choose. Be with them. It's because it's not fair to the person if they're lying to both partners. It's not fair to either partner. Somebody has no truth, so somebody can step out of the dynamic and let whatever is be and settle. So that could be the new timeline. A new person, new timeline. I mean, it's simple as that, folks. Invalidating feelings. All right, we got that under change, pressure to change. Acknowledge and validate your own feelings. You deserve to be heard and understood. Yeah, be like, you have a whole other person over here. I don't know why you're worried about me. What about them? It makes it almost like you're the third party when someone cheats on you because they obviously told them a whole other narrative. So they're coming around and you're in a relationship technically, but they made you the third party and you didn't even know about it. Ain't that some shit? And then we have, under this lack of communication, refusing to apologize. They don't want to take accountability. Model accountability and seek resolution through sincere apologies and forgiveness. If someone's refusing to apologize, they're guilty. Guilty as sin. Guilty as sin. So, and then under this playing mind games, we got blame shifting. All right, we got hold your ground and refuse to accept blame for things you didn't do. Seek clarity and fairness. If you didn't do it, why are you being treated as you did? I guess is the question. Because they did it, and they don't want they don't want people to think that they're the bad guy, so they're going to make you out the bad guy. Then under this invalidated feelings, we got financial control. Gain financial dependence and assert your right to make your own financial decisions. You're going to have to be independent and you're going to have to leave the situation, even if it's temporary or permanently. You got to leave. You have to. And under this, refusing to apologize, constant lying. Demand honesty and be truthful to yourself. Trust is built on a foundation of truth. What was your relationship if it was all based on lies? You might have never really had one, but it's a hard lesson to learn, but you gotta learn it and you gotta move on. And then here, threatening to leave again. There's a lot of people threatening to leave in this atmosphere. Jeez, what's Mercury retrograde? Stand firm in your value and refuse to accept manipulative threats. Stability comes from mutual respect. I mean, if you gotta leave, leave. Say, I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna do this. And if you do leave, stay gone. Don't just come back later. Stay gone. Because that's what actually people are gonna take you seriously if you do that. And then I got one more for the collective reading, which I'm going to start doing the collective readings like this with 6 different readings, and one is I pick up energy because I pick up so many different energies. I feel this is the best for what my purpose is. We got defeat. This is a part of this energy here, and defeat is all right. What I know is this is these are is 10 of swords. These are hybrid cards. All right, and defeat is a painful ending to a relationship or situation. Feels devastating, but there's hope for renewal. There's hope for renewal, but there's a painful ending. Then upright, this means dead end, collapse, and a downfall. All right, and then we have the King of Cups also with this energy. And this says, don't be afraid to express your compassion and kindness to others. King of Cups is a sign of emotional maturity and stability. So this is just emotional maturity and stability. Somebody's emotionally mature and stable. And maybe the other person's not. Male or female. Take it as it resonates. And this means compassion, creativity, kindness, wisdom, balance, nurturing, intuitive, artistic, emotion, and logic. This is what the King of Cup represents, the energies. So somebody has compassion out there going through the Ten of Swords. Let's see what's going on in theirs, and then we're going to do angel numbers. I was doing a live stream, and I was trying to help somebody on one of my live streams, and she got very excited about angel numbers. And I'm going to tell you guys, angel numbers are great. If you're not overly intuitive, if you put them near you or in a journal and stuff, angel numbers, and then look up what they are. You can look up on Google or whatever. You don't need a reader to tell you angel numbers. Or just, if you want to, just put them on you. Put them on your hand for the day and then wash it off and put another number. Or some people get tattoos with them. But I'm going to give angel numbers out today because it seems like a thing people want. All right, the situation with here, we're starting, oh my God, again, with constant drama. All right, seek stability and peace. Drama is not a measure of love. Someone's dealing with someone that loves them and giving them constant drama. That is not a measure of love. Withholding love is a punishment. Oh my God. All right, we got promote unconditional love and refuse to accept manipulative behavior. That's what the universe wants you to do. That is not love if you're getting constant drama. Verbal abuse. Oh, God. No wonder you're in the Ten of Swords. I think you need to put 5 angel numbers on your body. All right. Protect yourself by seeking support and setting firm boundaries against abusive behavior. Someone's verbally abusing you. Point blank, period. They're just abusing you. Shitty of them. All right, then we got constant drama. We got emotional unavailability. Open your heart and communicate your need for emotional connection. Emotional availability fosters intimacy. They're doing all this and they're emotional unavailable. They're very cold. They're very cold. They're like a Queen of Swords in reverse type energy. They're very cold. For what reason, I don't know. I don't know. It's terrible. And under this withholding love as a punishment, we got lack of trust. Doesn't trust. It doesn't surprise me. Trust is earned through honesty and consistency. Consistency. Take small steps to rebuild trust in your relationship. Try to find out why they're just being extra. Because, I mean, if guys live together or whatever, sometimes there's assets involved. And under this verbal abuse, we got controlling decision making. I can't even make this up, it just perfectly lines up. Assert your right to make your own decisions, seek partners who respect your autonomy. Okay, it's saying to find somebody else. The cards already. You might not be able to fix this, my friend. I mean, you might need Jesus to fix this. Amen. Well, then we got threatening behavior under emotional unavailability. Protect yourself by seeking help and removing yourself from threatening situations. Safety is paramount. This person is giving you constant drama and they're doing threatening behavior and they're giving you verbal abuse. That's two abuses and threatening behavior and being emotional available is not good. The police will get called at some point. Ignoring red flags under lack of trust. I guess you let your heart lead your way. That's alright. It happens to us all, friend. Trust your instincts and address red flags early. Your intuition is your guide. I mean, there's always a way out of things. You got yourself into it, and there's always a way out. You got to find it, my friend. And we got ignoring your goals, controlling decision making. You had a goal, and this person changed it because they want to control you like the puppet master over here. I see them just yelling at you, going, "Where are you going? Oh my God, why are you on the phone? What are you looking at? Oh my God, I hate you so much." I that's what's coming to my head when I'm looking at this pile. That resonates with you. I don't know, maybe this one is your reading because I'm on my sixth reading. All right, this says ignoring your goals, pursue your dreams with confidence. Your goals are valid and deserving of support. There you go. You have dreams. You're a human being. You you got to live. You got to live. Under threatening behavior, we have jealousy. Of course, jealousy is going to be in here somewhere. Trusting yourself and your partner. Open communication can help build a foundation of mutual respect. It stems from jealousy. That's how why you got this Ten of Swords. They're jealous. They're so jealous they can't see the truth. They're so jealous they're willing to take down your whole relationship. That's why that phone thing just came to my head. I don't be talking to people on the phone, so I don't go through that. I block them. And I try to not talk to anybody that doesn't serve my greater purpose, which now is my circle is 3 people. All right, we got possessiveness. Under this, ignoring red flags. Encourage personal growth and trust within the relationship. Independence is essential. You got to get out. They're possessing you, they're jealous, they got this threatening behavior. They're either going to put you in jail or hold jail over your head. That's what I'm being told as a side message. Then we got coercion. Coercion. All right. Coercin. Coercion. All right. Stand firm in your choices and seek support to resist coercion. Coercion. Your decisions are yours alone. They're trying to checkmate you. They're playing a game of chess with you, my friend. Yes, they are. Alright, these are my 6 readings. An hour and a half. I knew that would be a long one. I'm going to try doing these collective ones where I have 6 things here. I'm going to do angel numbers today. My angel numbers. Where'd they go? Alright, maybe I'll do some of these too. These are like fun things, like what celebrities and everything have, and like nice quotes and stuff. I don't know, I just like them. I do. I just think they're cool. I love cards. I really do. I've always loved cards, my friends. Alright, I'm going to give you guys some angel numbers. And look these up. I might as well make it a 2-hour reading. I don't know. We might as well. Why not? Alright, universe. What numbers do you feel that my collective needs in this in the Mercury retrograde? That is funny as hell. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Got this one. This one on the bottom. I'm gonna pull 6. 3. And I'm being 4. 5. And one more. 6. Alright. Got 6 cards for y'all. They feel these numbers would be. My spirit guides feel these numbers would be helpful for you guys. So let's go and do this. Let's do it. And then I love my cards so much. I'm getting use out of every single deck I have, and I bought a lot of cards. And I'm not buying anymore till I use these more because it's a waste of money if you do. I'm into that. I'm saving money. What's a waste of money and what's not a waste of money? This is the energy I'm in. I'm saving a lot of money. If I really think a shirt is cute, how many do I have like it and I don't buy it? I'm going to hit my vape a little. I quit smoking years ago, but I like my vape. So, and I've been on here like an hour and a half. It's actually really good. It's a pineapple flavor. All right. Alrighty. 222. 88. Let's go with 88 first. Because it's the lowest number here. Alright, we got 88 reward. Alright. What goes here? So I'm going to keep doing. 88. Reward. Reward to somebody. Alright. The beauty is quite the blessing. Do a quick vibe check. Where are you investing your energies and attentions? Where you place your focus is the area in which you'll be seeing incredible growth and abundance. It's all connected. It's all loops back around. It all loops back around. You'll be seeing an increase in wealth if you put in the work, whether that's a material level or a more spiritual scale. Keep going. And this did come in the upright, folks, and it means success, prosperity ahead, manifestation of rewards for your hard work. Green light to continue your current path. Check on where you're placing your energy. This is what the signification that of 88. All right, so you can write this down. It's up to you. It's your number. It's your number of the day. And we're going to go with 2. 222. All right, let's go with 222. All right. 222 collective. Connection makes everything so much more beautiful. This is a very welcome call to find harmony in all aspects of your life, in your body, to balance your mental, emotional, and physical needs. Socially, try to find your footing both on the level of professional relationships and in your broader community, even within your own intentions. There's a harmony to be found between building and foundations and remaining open to growth and change. Duality and cycles are part of every journey. Embrace it. Embrace it. Upright is alignment on various levels, connecting your inner self to something higher, reaching out and accepting input from others, striking a balance that works for you. I mean, you can write it down and put it on you, and then it'll bring some of that alignment to you. All right, and then here's the next one. 555. We'll do this one now. You got 6 numbers. They seem to be important these days, these numbers. So I am here to give you the numbers, my friend. Changes are soaring your way. The universe is going to be sweeping you up in forward momentum, so don't fight it. Lean in, be a driving force in your own growth and transformation. Think of this as a call for help on your part. Keep an open mind and allow yourself to explore any new opportunities or possibilities that may cross your path. Embrace perseverance and spontaneity. While this is a future-minded number, it's still important to make your choices from a place of peace and stability. Be brave. Upright, this means transformations, shifts in how you experience the world, trust your ability to weather change, embracing possibilities and opportunities, taking care of yourself even in hectic times. If this number, if you put it on you, it'll help embody you at the moment. Even put it on with a piece of with pen so you can rub it off. I don't like to be stuck on just one angelic frequency. Sometimes I like to one time have another number and then another number. I'm just fussy like that. All right, here we go. Just closer to y'all. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an easy number to remember. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Changes are for the better. Hurdling your way. This is a powerful number for progress, filled with forward momentum. Remember to keep your eyes on the prize and drop any unnecessary burdens. Shed the old and step into the new. Keep putting in that hard work. Your angels are noticing all you're doing and gently nudging you towards the right path. And this means moving forward, momentum, keeping faith in your abilities, positive change, good things are coming. Good things are coming. You can write this down if you need to for today. It's your numbers of the day. I'm going to start doing numbers of the day. All right. 2222, folks. I'm gonna read to you about 2222. I don't like when some readers they be going, "What is that number? What does it mean?" They just say it real quickly. It's right in front of you as I'm saying it. What an exciting moment. Your angels are urging you to reconnect with your amazing higher self. You will make the right decision. Someone who holds a powerful spiritual connection with you may be seeking out your presence. Stay open. Find a lens of clarity and see the truth of any important partnerships you may have currently be part of. Some people are beacons of light on your life path. Let your soul draw near. And then we have partnerships. This is for partnerships, twin flames, and soulmates. A milestone in your life thus far. Karma and energy exchanges and finding clarity. You want to find clarity around those things, put 2222 down. Close that. And then I did go on regress order here. I was going to go from highest to lowest, but that's okay. We got 1144. All right, 1144, folks. I'm looking it up. The best decisions are made from a place of peace, stability, in a piece of stability. Check in on your foundations. How are you keeping yourself grounded, centered? Are there any needs you may have been neglecting? Prioritize your inner work. Pour your whole heart into whatever it is you're working on. We promise that all the labor will pay off in the long run. Any positive adjustments you can make to your habits helps cultivate a life of greater happiness and reward. This is what it means. It also means finding a center of stability, and this number will help you. And peace, doing the hard inner work, breaking up stale routines in favor of healing practices, putting your heart into what you're proud of. That is 1144. All right. Now we go to believe. I know they have these nice things. I just trying to do this to uplift your day, guys. I mean, I don't know. This is such a beautiful deck. It's by, I got it on Amazon. It's by Ryve, Rave. And it looks like that. It has just the most beautiful sayings. Oh my god, it just has intense beautiful sayings. All right, Divine, what advice or inspirational words can we give the collective? Please tell me. What inspirational can we just inspirational quotes do you feel the collective should have? All right, I'm picking up this one. And this is from Helen Hayes, right here. The expert at anything was once a beginner. And then it says, I am becoming more knowledgeable and wiser with each day. The owl. All right. All right, Spirit. What else good wisdom would you like to give to the collective today from all this toxic tea? All right. This one's coming and surfacing. A goal is a dream with a deadline, Napoleon Hill. And then over here it got directing my focus towards what I want creates more of what I want. All right. That's the artwork on it. It's really pretty artwork. It looks to me like a plant or something. But that's what you got. And then what else? I don't want to leave my collective with just all this negative toxicity. Please tell us. I don't like to be that negative person here to tell you that there's doom and that's it. All right, then we got David J. Schwartz. The mind is what the mind is fed. Yep, the mind is what you feed it. And then we got the more I breathe deeply, the more calm I find. So you got waters, calming waters. Just think of the calming waters. Keep thinking of the calm. The more you think of the other, the more the toxic just keeps going on and on and on. It does not stop and keeps going on and on and on. Oh my god, this just popped out. Okay, I guess Divine Council wants you to know this. Growth and comfort do not coexist. And this is a saying by David J. Schwartz. And then under here we got, I am acknowledging my flaws and improving them. There's a bowl you gotta fill or a cup. All right. That's a quite intense reading for Metro Retrograde, my friend. Is that a part of the artwork? Oh my god, I never realized this. Yeah, this is a part of it. This was a part of the artwork. Look. It's like there's this debris above the ocean. I don't know. Maybe that means something for somebody. But, yeah. And I wish all the best Mercury, retrograde, I'll look up and see how long it's going to last, but you know what? It's not the end all of things. You think a situation's terrible, but time has a way of putting an end to all energy and starting anew. Just remember and trust that that is true. And if you liked these collective readings, subscribe and like. If not, thank you for listening and have a